This is statewide news from Alaska Public Media. I'm Michael Finelli. A storm is on track to hit a portion of the area pummeled last month by the remnants of Typhoon Merbok. National Weather Service meteorologist Scott Berg says the new storm developing in Russia is anticipated to move north of the Siberian Peninsula toward Alaska midweek.
And as it does that, it's going to bring some strong southwesterly, south winds into basically areas from Norton Sound north to Point Barrow.
Berg says as the front makes it inland, winds will turn more westerly and some storm surge is expected. Berg says erosion could be worse due to damage done by last month's major storm. A special statement from the National Weather Service says strong winds are expected to move into the eastern Bering Sea and Chukchi Sea Wednesday afternoon with an elevated risk of coastal flooding from the Bering Strait to Point Hope Wednesday night into Friday. In other news, the Kodiak fishery debates began last night with candidates for governor. U.S. House and U.S. Senate candidates debate tonight. But some key players are missing. Governor Mike Dunleavy skipped the event, which bills itself as the state's only candidate debate on commercial fishing issues. Former Governor Bill Walker, an independent running for the seat again, notes that Dunleavy didn't attend 4 years ago either. He says it's a snub to the organizers and everyone else who wants to hear his view on fisheries.
I think it's incredibly disrespectful. It might be good politics, but it's terrible leadership to not show up.
Dunleavy campaign spokesman Andrew Jensen says the Kodiak Chamber of Commerce event is not among the 5 debates Dunleavy agreed to, but no disrespect was intended.
It was a simple matter of prioritizing the governor's availability, his time. Unlike the other 2 candidates in the race, he does still have his full-time job that he has to account for.
The congressional debates are tonight. All 4 candidates for U.S. House have said they'll participate, but U.S. Senate challenger Kelly Tshibaka isn't coming. Her campaign spokesman says she had a scheduling conflict, which he would not identify. An eagle-eyed Twitter user in Sitka noticed that Tshibaka was in Texas yesterday holding a fundraiser with another Senate challenger, Blake Masters of Arizona. Both of them are endorsed by former President Donald Trump. Kodiak public radio station KMXT will stream the debates from its website, kmxt.org. The U.S. House candidates debate starts at 6:30 tonight. Then Republican U.S. Senator Lisa Murkowski will debate Democrat Pat Chesbrough at 8:15. This is Alaska Public Media.
The Alaska Morning News is brought to you in part by
Yoga for Mental Health, offering on-demand online yoga and meditation classes to help you relax, realign, and recharge. Membership information available at yogaformentalhealth.com.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include DuckDuckGo, a privacy company committed to making privacy online simple. Used by tens of millions, they offer private search and tracker blocking with one download. DuckDuckGo, privacy simplified.
The morning edition on KBRW is brought to you in part by Aztec, the Arctic Slope Telephone Association Cooperative. Now, time for the KBRW Morning Report.
Good morning. It's 7:08 on this Tuesday morning. It's October 4th. This comes from Dan Bross of KUAC in Fairbanks. A storm is on track to hit a portion of the area pummeled last month by the remnants of Typhoon Merbok. National Weather Service meteorologist Scott Berg said the new storm developing in Russia is anticipated to move north of the Siberian Peninsula toward Alaska midweek. Berg said, as it does, it's going to bring some strong southwesterly and south winds into areas, basically areas from Norton Sound north to Point Barrow. Berg said as the front makes it inland, winds will turn more westerly and some storm surge is expected. He said we're looking right now at it being basically minor coastal flooding. There could be quite a bit of erosion with the wind waves on top of the surge that may occur. Berg said erosion could be worse due to damage done by last month's major storm. He said their defenses are down, The berms that were built up over the years have all been damaged, so any minor coastal flooding or high surf in those areas could cause erosion issues that will be a bigger impact than what they normally would be. A special statement from the National Weather Service says strong winds are expected to move into the eastern Bering Sea and the Chukchi Sea Wednesday afternoon, with an elevated risk of coastal flooding from the Bering Strait to Point Hope Wednesday night into Friday. It says high surf is possible on south and west-facing shores of Norton Sound. And this from Will McCarthy of KYUK in Bethel. People who've been impacted by the storm that hit the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta last month may be eligible for disaster relief money. Eligible individuals, homeowners, and business owners can receive aid. That's after disaster declarations by both the state and the federal government. The aid can help pay for repairs, damages, and temporary housing. If your home or property was damaged in the storm, the first thing to do is take pictures and make a list of damaged or lost items. Then, if you have insurance, file a claim. Neither FEMA or the state will pay damages covered by your insurance. After that, you can start applying for federal and state assistance. The two agencies are working together to get relief money out as fast as possible, so you can apply for both at the same time. To complete your application, you'll need to provide basic identity and financial information. FEMA and state programs only provide enough money to make a home safe and livable. FEMA may also direct you to apply for low-interest disaster loans through the Small Business Administration for additional relief. These loans are available to people whose homes were impacted by a disaster, even if they do not own a business. For business owners, the loans can be used to repair physical damage to your business or help to cover other economic losses caused by the storm. The key is to get into the system and fill out an application with the state and federal government as soon as possible. To apply for state aid, you can visit ready.alaska.gov/IA, or you can call 844-445-7131. To apply for federal aid, you can visit disasterassistance.gov, or you can call 800-621-3362, or you can also download a FEMA mobile app. And this from Riley Board of KDLL in Soldotna. The highly anticipated annual celebration of Katmai National Park's most rotund bears kicks off this week. The tournament runs October 5th through the 11th to decide which Katmai brown bear best exemplifies fatness. The competition began in 2014 and has grown into a national phenomenon. As some of the world's largest brown bears bulk up for the winter, the event gives voters a chance to celebrate the success of Katmai's bears as they prepare for hibernation. The website says, choose the fattest bear of the year. The tournament is also meant to highlight the large sockeye salmon runs of Bristol Bay. Last year, an older bear named Otis took the crown for the fourth time. Around 800,000 people voted in last year's Fat Bear Week. The competition is arranged as a single elimination tournament where the public can vote in one-on-one fat bear matchups each day until one is crowned the champion. The brown bears up for this year's title were revealed in a live stream yesterday beginning at 3 p.m. The warm-up competition called Fat Bear Jr. is going on right now. A 2-year-old cub called 909's yearling is up against a litter of 3 cubs that were born last winter. The winning cub will compete against the adult fat bears. You can visit fatbearweek.org if you'd like to vote in the competition. And this story comes from James Brooks of the Alaska Beacon. The Alaska Permanent Fund Corporation's Board of Trustees scheduled 3 interviews yesterday with potential candidates to be the corporation's next CEO. Interim State Revenue Commissioner Devin Mitchell, Alaska Industrial Development and Export Authority Chief Investment Officer Morgan Neff, and Melanie Harden, a Verizon executive who formerly worked for Charles Schwab in London, were all scheduled to be interviewed during a special board meeting. Harden is the only candidate who does not currently live in Alaska, according to documents released by the corporation. The interviews were announced in a public notice last week, on the same day that a special investigation found faults in the way the Board of Trustees fired the corporation's previous CEO, Angela Rodell, December 2021. Since that firing, the corporation, which is responsible for managing the assets of the $74 billion Alaska Permanent Fund, has been led on an interim basis by Valerie Mertz, the corporation's chief financial officer. Since 2018, an annual transfer from the permanent fund has accounted for between half and 2/3 of the state's general purpose revenue for services and dividends. Takes us to 16 minutes after 7 o'clock.
As the school year begins, the North Slope Borough School District has fantastic news for all North Slope students. North Slope Borough School District, in partnership with Aztec, is offering to upgrade your household's current internet connection in order to bring education content from the school district to all North Slope Borough School District students. This upgrade won't cost you anything. Over the next couple of months, households with North Slope Borough School District students residing in them will be able to access this limited free offer. Our school district believes in the power of education to develop and empower all communities on the North Slope. The North Slope Borough School District is very excited about this opportunity to bring educational content to your home to help students succeed. This free service is part of a government grant and available for a limited time. This is a voluntary upgrade and you are not required to access it. If you have a student attending the North Slope Borough School District and would like to take advantage of this offer, please call Aztec at 1-800-478-6409 for more information on how to get this free North Slope Borough School District service.
COVID-19 vaccines protect against severe illness and are safe and effective. Vaccines are available for everyone aged 6 months and older. Alaskans 5 and older are eligible for a booster dose 5 months after their primary series. And if you're over 50 or immunocompromised, you should get a second booster 4 months after your visit. Immunity can decrease over time even if you've had COVID. Booster shots keep your protection strong. Learn more at covidvax.alaska.gov. A message from the Department of Health and Social Services.
You can stop by the Steam Dot Coffee Shop inside Utqiagvik for your favorite fresh-made coffee drink 7 days a week. And now you can join Steam Dot's paperless punch card program. Your coffee purchase will automatically be recorded in your Utqiagvik customer loyalty account. And once you buy 9 drinks, the 10th coffee drink is free. The paperless punch card program. It's on now at the Steam Dot Coffee Shop inside Utqiagvik. Open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to midnight, Sundays from 9 to 9.
Here's the weather forecast for Tuesday, October 4th from the National Weather Service. Weak low pressure over the Arctic coast will spread north across the Arctic with a low near Utqiagvik and a low 400 nautical miles north of Prudhoe Bay by Wednesday morning. Weak high pressure will push north over the western Arctic on Wednesday morning. Low will move to Wrangel Island on Thursday morning with storm force winds moving into the southwest Arctic. Northern Arctic coast has a coastal flood watch in effect from 6 a.m. on October 6th until 12 p.m. on October 7th, Friday. Today, increasing clouds with a high near 32, south winds around 10 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 40% chance of snow, low around 28, south winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday with a high near 35, 30% chance of snow, west winds around 15 miles an hour. Wednesday night, patchy fog, cloudy with 60% chance of rain and snow. Areas of blowing snow, a low around 29, southeast winds 15 to 25 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy, 60% chance of rain and snow, patchy fog, and a high near 40. Chukchi Seacoast, including Point Hope, has a high wind watch in effect from 4 p.m. tomorrow until 4 p.m. on Thursday, and a coastal flood watch in effect from midnight on Thursday until 12 p.m. noon on Friday. Today, 80% chance of showers, patchy fog, a high near 42, southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming southwest this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 40% chance of rain and snow, a low around 34, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Wednesday, 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a high near 42, south winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Wednesday night, patchy fog, low around 37, 90% chance of showers. South winds 40 to 45 miles an hour, increasing to 50 to 55 miles an hour after midnight, with gusts as high as 70 miles an hour. Partly sunny on Thursday with 60% chance of showers and a high near 45. The western Arctic coast, including Point Lay and Wainwright, has a high wind watch in effect from 4 p.m. tomorrow until midnight on Friday, and a coastal flood watch in effect from 12 a.m. on October 6th till 12 p.m. on October 7th. Southwestern Arctic coast will have 40% chance of snow today, then rain after 1 p.m., cloudy with a high near 38, southeast winds around 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy Tuesday night, 50% chance of rain and snow and a low around 31, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 30% chance of snow, followed by rain with a high near 39, southwest winds around 15 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Wednesday night, cloudy, patchy fog, 60% chance of rain and snow, areas of blowing snow, low around 32, southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, increasing to 25 to 30 miles an hour with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. Thursday, partly sunny with a 40% chance of showers and a high near 42. Northwestern Arctic coast, including Wainwright, has the same high wind watch and coastal flood watch in effect. Mostly cloudy today, 10% chance of rain and snow and a high near 34, south winds around 10 miles an hour. Cloudy tonight, 40% chance of rain and snow, low around 30, southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. 30% chance of rain and snow on Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 36, southwest winds around 15 miles an hour. Wednesday night, cloudy, 60% chance of rain and snow, patchy fog and a low around 31, southeast winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Partly sunny on Thursday, 60% chance of rain and snow, patchy fog and a high near 41. Central Beaufort Seacoast, today sunny with a high near 32, south winds around 10 miles an hour. Tonight, increasing clouds, 60% chance of snow, patchy freezing fog, a low around 24, west winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Cloudy on Wednesday, 70% chance of rain and snow, patchy freezing fog, high near 36, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy Wednesday night, a low around 27, southeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain and snow and a high near 41. Eastern Beaufort Seacoast, including Utqiagvik, sunny today with a high near 34, south winds around 5 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight, low around 25, southeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Cloudy on Wednesday, 30% chance of snow, mixing with rain in the afternoon, a high near 36, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Wednesday night, 10% chance of rain and snow, mostly cloudy, a low around 28, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high near 41. Northeast Brooks Range, mostly sunny today, a high near 25, south winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight, low around 22, south winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 40% chance of snow, a high near 30, southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, 30% chance of snow, areas of blowing snow, low around 22, south winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour after midnight with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Thursday, patchy fog, patchy freezing fog, 80% chance of snow, areas of blowing snow, and a high near 33. Northwest Brooks Range, including Utqiagvik Pass. Mostly sunny today with a high near 32. South winds around 15 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, 30% chance of snow, low around 26. South winds around 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 50% chance of rain and snow, and a high near 36. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy Wednesday night, 30% chance of snow, low around 27. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy, 70% chance of rain and snow, patchy fog, and freezing fog, and a high near 37. Now the marine forecast issued at 3:56 a.m. this morning. Cape Thompson to Cape Beaufort, today southeast winds 15 knots, becoming northwest, seas 4 feet subsiding with fog and rain showers. Tonight, west winds 15 knots, seas to 3 feet. Wednesday, south winds 25 knots, seas to 5 feet. Wednesday night, south winds 50 knots, seas to 18 feet, with fog and rain showers. Thursday, southwest winds 45 knots, seas to 19 feet. Cape Beaufort to Point Franklin, today south winds 10 knots, seas building to 3 feet. Tonight, west winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet. Wednesday, southwest winds 15 knots, seas to 4 feet. Wednesday night, southeast winds 40 knots, seas to 11 feet, with snow showers. Thursday, south winds 50 knots, seas to 18 feet. Point Franklin to Cape Halkett, today south winds 15 knots, seas to 3 feet. Tonight, southwest winds 15 knots, seas to 3 feet. Wednesday, west winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet. Wednesday night, southeast winds 25 knots, seas to 5 feet. Thursday, south winds 35 knots, seas to 15 feet with snow showers. Cape Halkett to Flaxman Island, today and tonight, south winds 10 knots, seas to 3 feet, subsiding to 2 feet. Wednesday, west winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet. Wednesday night, southwest winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet with freezing spray. Thursday, south winds 30 knots, seas to 6 feet. Flaxman Island to Demarcation Point, today southwest winds 5 knots, seas to 3 feet. Tonight, southeast winds 15 knots, seas to 3 feet. Wednesday, west winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet. Wednesday night, west winds 15 knots, seas to 3 feet with freezing spray. Thursday, south winds 20 knots, seas to 4 feet. Once again, the forecast for the northern Arctic coast. Coastal flood watch in effect from October 6, 6 a.m. until October 7th, Friday at noon. Today, increasing clouds with a high near 32, south winds around 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, 40% chance of snow, low around 28, south winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy Wednesday, 30% chance of snow, a high near 35, west winds around 15 miles an hour. Cloudy on Wednesday night, 60% chance of rain and snow, areas of blowing snow, patchy fog, and a low around 29, southeast winds 15 to 25 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy, 60% chance of rain and snow, patchy fog, and a high near 40. And the first Tuesday in October, and Janelle is in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob, North Slope, and all the folks on the web. Yes, indeed, we're moving right on through this semester. A lot of things going on at Ilisagvik. I probably won't be here for the rest of the month. We'll see how we can do this. But anyway, I got a lot to talk about this morning, including, and most importantly, financial aid. For those of you who are Ilisagvik students and you did not complete your tuition waiver for the fall semester, the deadline passed yesterday on the 3rd. So hope you got it done. If not, then contact financial aid and see what they can do. Probably nothing, because we have deadlines for a reason. In any event, October 1st has passed, so the FAFSA for 23-24 is now open. If you plan to be a college student, wherever you're going to be a college student, in the fall of 23 and into 2024, you can apply for your FAFSA now. Also, you can, if you have not already done so, apply for your FAFSA for this year. That means fall 2022, spring 23, and then the summer of 2023. So, FAFSA is open, and you can go ahead and apply for it. Also, don't forget to apply for scholarships if you are an Ilisagvik student at the tribal colleges and universities. You can go to collegefund.org/students/scholarships to apply. What else is going on? So, yes, the COVID relief funds. We still have some COVID relief funds available. And the final deadline to apply for those through Empower, that's your student portal, the final deadline is October 14th. So please apply for the COVID relief stipend, deadline October 14th, and allow 2 weeks after the deadline for processing to take place. And please don't call our financial aid people screaming the next day that you want money, because they have to do the processing of those funds. Also, Friday, October 7th, is the fall student-initiated withdrawal deadline if you're taking semester-long classes. If you are in a semester-long class and you need to withdraw, students, you have until this coming Friday
on the game.
to withdraw. You will get a grade of a W, and it won't affect your GPA. So if you're floundering in some classes, and we hope you're not, because we do have, what do you call that? We have tutoring available. But if you're floundering in those classes, again, hope you're not, but if you are, and you feel the need to withdraw, have a conversation with your advisor, and then you can withdraw. You don't need your advisor's signature to withdraw, but if you feel like you're stumbling and having some issues, please, by all means, withdraw. Get the W, and it won't affect your GPA. But also remember, if you applied for the tuition waiver, you must pass 2/3 of your classes. So if you only took 2 classes, please don't withdraw. That would be half. And a half and 2/3 are not the same thing. Okay, we've got free Zumba classes that are going to be taking place. They started this past Saturday on the 1st from 11 to noon on Saturdays until December 17th. This is for adults over the age of 18. It's going to be at the Ilisagvik College Gym. The van service will be available on those dates. You can contact Natasha Itta at natasha.itta, I-T-T-A, at ilisagvik.edu, or call 852-1719. Again, free Zumba classes on Saturdays from 11 to noon. If you're over in Utqiagvik this week, the CDL Class B written test preparation should be there. If you're looking to get your CDL, this is the first step. So contact Ashley, 852-1837. They may still allow you to get into the class, even though the first class started on Monday. Also, learn about bidding and winning federal and state government contracts. There will be a 5-week class starting on October 6th, in person or virtual. And Yelena Tolston is the contact person. The number is 907-887-6699 to register or for more information. Again, you can learn about bidding and winning federal and state government contracts. It's going to be a 5-week in-person and virtual class, and each of the classes is 2 hours long. Starts on October 6th. Also, starting on Sunday of next week, we're going to have speakers talking to our students about eating disorders. And the first one's entitled Eating Disorders on Campus, How to Help Someone You Know. That class is 7 to 8 p.m. in the student lounge at Ilisagvik's main campus. That's on Sunday, October 9th from 7 to 8. Eating Disorders on Campus and How to Help Someone You Know. It's going to be in the student lounge. And then on Monday, we're going to have another session on eating disorders, what you need to know. That's from 10 to 11 in the Dr. Albert Hall conference room, also on the main campus. Monday afternoon from noon till 1, we'll have another session. It's a webinar, basically, on eating disorders in primary care and community-based clinics, tools and resources for the clinician. That's a webinar, again, focusing on eating disorders. Later that day, we're going to have a training or a webinar. It's entitled Community Conversation on Food, Mood, and Stress from 4:30 to 6. That one's going to be at the Tuzzy Library. And these are basically webinars for people who have some type of food eating disorder, which you never know who has eating disorders. It's not a crime. It's not anything to be ashamed of. We all have issues that we have to deal with. So these are some webinars that are going to be coming up next week at Ilisagvik. Another one entitled Eating Disorders in the Community, What You Need to Know. That's on Tuesday, October 11th from 1:45 to 3 p.m., also at Tuzzy Library. Barry will be in Point Hope next week at the teleconference center. He'll be doing a couple of trainings on Tuesday, October 11th. He'll do MS Word from 9 to noon, and from 1 to 4, he'll do MS Excel. On Wednesday the 12th, he'll do from 9 to noon, Customer Service and Beyond, and from 1 to 4, Professionalism in the Workplace. These are employee trainings brought to you by Ilisagvik College Workforce Development and Career Center. I think that's it. But you can contact Barry if you have questions. Otherwise, Point Hope Teleconference Center. Barry's number is 852-1756. HAZWOPers coming to New Ixit, October 17th through the 20th, Monday, October 17th through the 20th, 8 to 5 in New Ixit. They haven't quite determined their location, but you can contact Ashley at 852-1837. And if you're in New Ixit, keep your ears open because someone will tell you where to go for the HAZWOPer training, 40-hour HAZWOPer. The 8-hour refresher will take place on Friday, October 21st. So keep that in mind if you are in Nui. Also, don't forget, I've got you covered, Tess. Tussey Library is doing story time and Crafternoon, and that's every Saturday at Tussey from 1 to 2 is story time, and 2 to 3 is Crafternoon. Call Kathleen, 852-4050. She will be happy to give you information about the Crafternoon. Also, support tribal education and make a difference in the lives of students as they discover the many places higher education can take you. You can donate to Ilisagvik online, and they will be happy to provide you with information, and hopefully you can provide them with that credit card number and make a donation to Ilisagvik. Also, Ilisagvik College, our testing center is reopened. Yay! So we do Pearson VUE testing, we do AccuPlacer testing and GED testing, and you must make an appointment in order to be tested. Wendy Battle is the contact person. Her number is 852-1802, and she said Pearson VUE has over 5,000 tests. And so there are different tests, whether you're an electrician looking for some sort of training or some sort of testing. The Intuit testing for QuickBooks, all that, just give Wendy a call. She'll be happy to fill in information and tell you when that we have the test that you need. Her number is 852-1802. And once again, Bob, I convinced some poor schmuck to come in this morning and have a conversation with you. So I've got to run because, it's a busy morning for me. And, I usually don't leave you, but I've got to go.
It's busy.
Busy. All right. See you next week, or at least talk to you.
Sounds good.
All right. And I'm going to let this young lady, I had to bribe her, you know how I have to do all of them to begin with. But then they can't leave us alone. I'll see you all next week.
Hi, I'm Andy, or Andrea Morgana. I'm the HR coordinator at Ilisagvik. And I'm here to list out our current job vacancies that we have at the college. We also post a job highlight on our Facebook page every Wednesday and every Friday, I believe. So if you follow our Ilisagvik Facebook page, there will be our total list of job vacancies, and also a job highlight. So we do have a lot of vacancies, and our most recent ones that we haven't put out on our Facebook page yet are 3 positions in our finance department. So we have an administrative assistant to finance, a grants administrator, and that one is either from 1 to 3 depending on experience, and a temp accounting technician. And that one is for a duration of 4 months, as all our temporary positions are. And we also still have a need for our IT manager and for our system support tech / analyst in IT, and also a program assistant to help us. So our finance and IT department definitely could use some assistance. So all our job postings, they're available for viewing at our college website, ilisagvik.edu. Just scroll all the way down and find the link Careers, and that'll take you to our website host, Bamboo HR, and that's where you can apply to all our positions that we have available there. And keep an eye out for our Facebook posts.
Well, thanks, Annie. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again.
I
And Janelle will thank Janelle, although she's gone in a cloud of dust here. So
she couldn't go fast enough. This is my first radio going in.
Well, hopefully not the last. So.
I hope so too. Hopefully,
Janelle will rope you in. If anybody's willing to get up this early in the morning, she'll figure out a way to get you here. So. We're going to rejoin Morning Edition from NPR.
You can go back to bed.